Hello everyone, nice to meet you again. Today, let's crochet this live mushroom together. The way to crochet the edges of this little doll is very simple. The used yarn is 5 strands of milk cotton. Okay, let's go straight to the video tutorial. First, let's crochet the mushroom head part. The beginning is magic ring, 6 single crochet. You start by putting the yarn around your finger. Grab the intersection in your right hand and take it off. Put the yarn on the left hand. Then change your left hand and stitch the intersection. Crochet goes through the loop. Pull the yarn over. Wrap it around and pull it over. This is a single crochet. Next, we crochet 6 single crochets in the loop at the same time. Crochet through in the loop. The crochet presses the yarn and pulls it over. Then put the 2 loops together. This is a single crochet. The single crochet is indicated by the letter symbol X. Make a mark on the stitch. Next, continue to crochet the second single crochet. Through 2 loops. Then the third stitch. Fourth stitch. Fifth stitch. The 6th stitch is done. After 6 single crochets, we also put a mark on the 6th stitch. Next, we're going to spiral crochet. Next, pull the end of the yarn tightly. That way, the first round is complete. 6 single crochets. Here we go for the second round. For the second round, we need to crochet 6 increase. Increases are indicated by the letter symbol V. Let's take a look at the crochet method of increase. First, crochet into the first single crochet. Just through these 2 yarns horizontally. The crochet presses the yarn and pulls it over. Crochet the first single crochet first. Mark it well. And then you crochet through the first single crochet again. Then crochet a single crochet. This is the increase, represented by the letter symbol V. It's like 2 single crochets coming out of the same stitch. Next, crochet and increase in the second stitch. That is, crochet 2 single crochets. Then crochet and increase inside the third stitch. An increase is crocheted inside the fourth stitch. An increase is crocheted inside the 5th one. On the 6th stitch of the mark, crochet and increase. So what about after the second round is crocheted? There are 12 stitches in the round 2. The last stitch is still marked. The second round is completed. And we're going to do the third round. What about the third round? 1 single crochet and 1 increase is a group. Repeat 6 times. Let's crochet the part for the third round. Crochet through the first stitch. Crochet a single crochet. Mark it well. Then crochet into the second stitch. Crochet and increase. It's a group. So, what's next? We repeat this group. The third round is crocheted a total of 6 times. Next, crochet a second time, 1 single crochet and 1 increase. It was crocheted the second time. And we're going to do it a third time, 1 single crochet and 1 increase. Fourth time. 5th time. Then the 6th time. Crochet a single crochet first. Then crochet an increase in the last stitch. If you crochet correctly, the number of stitches in this place exactly corresponds. After the third round, there are 18 stitches. Then our third round is done. After crocheting, And we're going to do the fourth round. What about the fourth round? 2 single crochet and 1 increase as one group. Repeat 6 times. Let's crochet. First, a single crochet is crocheted inside the first stitch. Mark it well. Then crochet into the second stitch. Crochet and increase. Then crochet into the third stitch. Crochet a single crochet. It's a group. So what we're going to do is we're going to repeat this pattern. You need to repeat the crochet 6 times for this round. Let's crochet. 1 increase. Then a single crochet. It was done the second time, and we're going to do it a third time. A single crochet. 1 increase. Then a single crochet. After we crochet the fourth round, there are 24 single crochets in this round. Okay, the last stitch is crocheted. Mark it well. Okay, we're done with the fourth round. What about after the fourth round? Next we start the fifth round. The fifth turn, 3 single crochets and 1 increase is a group. Repeat 6 times. First crochet 3 single crochets and 1 increase. 2 stitches. 3 stitches are done. Then crochet and increase. It's a group. Then repeat the group. There are 6 groups in total for this round. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to crochet this for round 5 this way. And then, everyone, look at the diagram. Just crochet it all from round 6 to round 20. I put the diagram on the screen, so just follow the diagram. And we got all the way to round 20. Round 20 is already crocheted. Here we go, round 21. For round 21, we repeat the crochet 6 times according to 9 single crochets and 1 decrease. We mainly look at how to crochet the decrease. First, let's crochet 9 individual single crochets. After the first stitch is crocheted, mark it well. Okay, crochet 9 single crochets. After the stitch, next we crochet a decrease. We need to merge the 10th and 11th stitches into one stitch. Pick up the front loop of the 10th stitch. Then pick up the front loop of the 10th stitch. Then pull the yarn and pass the 2 loops through at the same time. And then we merge it. That's it. This is a decrease. The decrease is indicated by the letter symbol A. See the letter later. Just crochet like this. Crochet 9 single crochets first. Then we will take a look at how to crochet a decrease. Then pick up the front loop of the next stitch. Pull the yarn over. 2 loops together. That's it. So, what's next? We crochet round 21 this way. After the crochet on round 21, next we will look at the diagram part. Crochet all rounds 22 to 24. I typed the diagram on the screen, so just follow the diagram. And we got all the way to round 24. It's already crocheted. After the crochet is done, we stretch the yarn. leave a longer yarn tail. Just cut it. In the later stage, you need to use sutures. And what happens next? Let's use a suture needle to deal with this end-to-end joint, like the part of the mushroom column at the back and the mushroom spot. Just follow this method for the final end-to-end connection. Because we are spiral crochets, if not connected, this place is high on one side and low on the other, so we need to do end-to-end connection here. That's the first stitch, just skip it. Go through it like this directly at the position of the second single crochet. Then find the last stitch, the position of a single crochet. Pick its back loop, along with this little loop below. Go through like this at the same time. So, it's connected. By suturing, we'll sew a new stitch. The stitch is buckled on the first single crochet. It will look better this way, this round. Then our mushroom head part is done. And when it's done, we put an appropriate amount of fiber fill in it. Just fill it up. Okay, what about after we crochet the mushroom head part? We can take the mushroom column and the spotted part, and these two parts, they're easy to crochet. What about our spotted part? There are 5 in total. What about these 5 spots and the mushroom column below? Just crochet it alone according to the diagram. Let us take a look. We have already crocheted these parts. What about this spot? 5 are crocheted. They're all the same size. This mushroom pillar has also been crocheted. Next, we need to connect. Let's first connect the part of the mushroom pillar and the part of the mushroom head together. Before we connect, we need to use this green yarn. Sew a loop of green yarn on this mushroom column first. Well, first of all, we need to do a little marking. You can also buckle it with a mark. You can also use this needle. We found a random stitch at this point in the top round and put it in. This is the position where the first stitch is used. Count from this stitch. Count 11 stitches. This stitch is the position of the first stitch. Let's count. Then mark the position of the 11th stitch. On the same yarn, we're going to count out for more stitches. The 4 stitches are counted in the next row. Then jump to the next yarn and make a mark. Then it's the same on this side. Count 4 stitches on the next row. Mark the 4th stitch. So we're going to go down 1 more row. Count for more stitches. Count 4 stitches from this place. And then, mark the 4th stitch. Go down a row each time. And it's the same here. Go down a row. That's it. After finding these points, so what we're going to do is we're going to sew it with this green yarn. Use this needle to sew directly. It's right here on our 11th stitch spot. The needle through in this side. 1 stitch is fixed and 1 stitch is sewn. Pierce a stitch once. Suture 11 stitches first. The 11 stitches are on the same row. When through it, don't make it too tightly, because later, we need to pick this loop to sew this head and this mushroom column. So what about after it's tied? It's not easy to sew. This place is a little looser. all the way, sew these 11 stitches together. Then skip directly to the position of the next yarn. Just sew these 4 stitches. Then skip to the next round. Sew these 4 stitches together. After sewing, we're going to go a little further down and sew it all together in the middle. Just follow this yarn and sew it. This place is done. Let's take a look. The front is wider, then the back part is narrower. Just keep going the other way around. Then to this place, after we sew it up, skip directly to the position of the previous yarn. You sew this yarn 4 times. Then back to the previous yarn. Just pick up yarn by yarn. Then connect with the first part. So, it's connected. That's it. Let's take a look. We use a green yarn for this one, and it's mixed. As for the end of the yarn, you can put it directly inside. In the later stage, after putting in fiber fill, it will be pressed. So what we're going to do is to connect the mushroom head to the mushroom pillar. Sew that loop of green yarn on it. After that, it will be very easy to connect again. You can thread the needle anywhere you want. Just pick this green loop directly. Let's take a look. Pick a stitch. Then put on a stitch on the mushroom head. That's 1 for 1. Just sew it together like this. Pick a stitch. Then put on a stitch. Pick a stitch and put a stitch on. Just follow this method. Connect this mushroom head and the mushroom pillar together. At the end, we will put fiber inside and fill it up. What about after filling it up? We can finally sew the edge part to it. Let's take a look at a mushroom head, which is connected to the mushroom pillar. Then the widest part of the white yarn is the part in front of us. This is the spot where we counted the 11 stitches. This is the front of the front. And then this is the back part. And then what we do is we sew up this speck. First, sew a spot on the middle of the top of the head. So you can use this needle to fix it. In this case, the position will not be deviated. Fix this position. Then follow the out yarn of this loop and use the white yarn left out to sew it around. And then that's the front part, right? We put a spot in the middle of the front. Be sure to pay attention to the middle position. At the very middle of these 11 stitches, and then on top, divide it by 2 lines. In this position, fix it. That's it. And then what? Stitch a spot on the back of it. Then nail a spot on the left and right sides. Just match this position evenly. It's very simple. After finding the position, we would use this white yarn and sew it all together. When sewing, just use the suture stitch to yarn the tail left before. Just follow the out yarn of this loop. Pick the stitch like this and sew it. Let's take a look. Just sew it and fix it like this. Just follow this method. Fix all 5 spots on the mushroom head. Let's take a look at these 5 spots. We have sewn them up in fixed positions. So what we're going to do is we're going to out yarn the eye in black. Right at the front. This is where the 11 stitches are. At this position on the next yarn. Then go through it like this. Then, just pull down one width of 3 yarns. Then go through. Then put it back on. Just throw it back and forth 3 to 5 times. Then we can directly wear it to this place of the other eye. What about the 2 eyes? Keep them symmetrical. And do that to make another eye. It's a semi-loop of this shape. Finally, put this black yarn comes out from the other parts. That's it. We got him the black eye part. Later, you can adjust it like this. Then the extra yarn tail can be cut directly. And finally, we're going to put the white yarn on top of the black yarn. Give it some out yarn of the white of the eye. So let's look at that process. Through it from the top first. Then, pass through the black yarn like this. Repeat this back and forth a few times. So just sketch the white of the eye. Sketch the other eye for him in the same way. Let's reframe the white of the eye. And then we teach you all about the mushroom of life. A very simple little doll. And then finally, you run the end of the yarn through the rest. Just cut it off. Well, today our tutorial will end here. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.